They were the faces of the future, back in the past. Buck Rogers in the 25th century launched viewers into a world of space-age adventure, high-tech gadgets, and unforgettable heroes. But what happened to the stars who brought that futuristic vision to life? From breakout stars who went on to fame and acclaim, to others who quietly stepped away from the spotlight, the journeys of the cast after the show are as fascinating as the series itself. Join us as we take a nostalgic trip through time to see where the cast of Buck Rogers is now, decades after they first lit up our screens. Felix Sila, born on January 11, 1937, in Roccacasale, Italy. He portrayed Tweaky, the quirky and lovable ambiquad robot, in Buck Rogers in the 25th century, 1979, at the age of 42. Tweaky, often seen with Dr. Theopolis, served as Buck's loyal sidekick, known for his catchphrase, "Biddy biddy biddy." Sila's performance added humor and heart to the series. Before Buck Rogers, he had a successful career as a stuntman and character actor, notably playing Cousin Id on The Addams Family. Felix Sila passed away on April 16, 2021, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the age of 84 due to pancreatic cancer. He is remembered fondly for his unique contributions to genre television.
I'll need your help to locate Federation leaders.
Tweaky and I are at your service.
Colonel Deering, if you'll make arrangements for an honor guard for this evening's proceedings.
Yes, sir.
For the circus when it came to town. So I was there answering the phone and doing publicity here and there for the Pacific Ocean Park. And one day...
Gil Gerard, born on January 23, 1943, in Little Rock, Arkansas. He portrayed Captain William Buck Rogers in Buck Rogers in the 25th century, 1979, at the age of 36. Buck Rogers is a 20th century astronaut who awakens 500 years in the future to find Earth rebuilt after a devastating war. With charm, courage, and a strong moral compass, Buck becomes a hero of the 25th century, navigating political intrigue and cosmic threats with ease. Gil Gerard became widely recognized for this iconic role. After the show, he continued acting in TV series and films, and later became a spokesperson on issues related to health and diabetes. As of 2025, Gerard is 82 years old and lives a quieter life away from the spotlight.
Excuse me, I'm a little new around here. I don't know what any of that means.
Oh, well, can I come in and explain?
Sure, come on.
An inside job rather than an outside job as far as becoming an actor is concerned.
Now, what positive messages or influence can you give to someone out there watching?
Erin Gray, born on January 7, 1950, in Honolulu, Hawaii. She portrayed Colonel Wilma Deering in Buck Rogers in the 25th century, 1979, when she was 29 years old. Wilma is a strong, intelligent, and skilled military officer who quickly becomes Buck's trusted ally. As one of the earliest strong female leads in sci-fi television, she paved the way for future heroines. After Buck Rogers, Erin Gray gained further fame in shows like Silver Spoons, and she became a convention favorite in sci-fi circles. She later transitioned into talent management. As of 2025, Gray is 75 years old and remains active in the fan community and voice acting.
For the time being, anyway, huh?
And Dr. Theopolis has a plan for destroying the weapon. I'm going to sneak aboard the mother's ship and try to locate the weapons control. And that she was an Air Force pilot in the Marines, or I shouldn't say Air Force, but she was pilot in the Marines who said that
Tim O'Connor, born on July 3, 1927, in Chicago, Illinois. He portrayed Dr. Elias Huer in Buck Rogers in the 25th century, 1979, when he was 52 years old. Dr. Huer serves as the Earth Defense Directorate's wise and benevolent leader, often guiding Buck with reason and diplomacy. O'Connor's calm demeanor and thoughtful performance added gravitas to the futuristic setting. Known for his work on numerous TV dramas before Buck Rogers, including Peyton Place, he remained active in film and television for decades. Tim O'Connor passed away on April 5, 2018, in Nevada City, California, at the age of 90 from natural causes.
134th. It's an unfortunate way to be reminded of just how displaced in time he really is. Well, good evening, Theo.
Did I die or did he die? I can't remember. No, one of us died. and finished up, and I was finished. I was really.
Mel Blanc, born on May 30th, 1908, in San Francisco, California. He provided the original voice for Tweaky in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 71. Blanc was best known as the Man of 1,000 Voices, famously voicing Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and many other beloved characters for Warner Brothers. In Buck Rogers, his distinctive voice brought charm and personality to Tweaky, especially through the robot's iconic bitty 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 speech pattern. Mel Blanc passed away on July 10th, 1989, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 81 due to heart disease. His groundbreaking voice work left an indelible mark on animation and science fiction.
Twiggy was right. He's depressed about his upcoming birthday.
But I don't understand what's bothering him. We all get older. Why, he's in better shape than a man half his age.
Well, the kids are cartoon freaks. They love.
Yeah, that's great. Well, what do they want to know? Do they want to learn how to get into it? Do they want to know how you do the voices, so forth?
That's one of the things.
Dennis Haysbert, born on June 2nd, 1954, in San Mateo, California. He portrayed a communication probe officer in an episode of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1980. At the age of 26, one of his earliest screen appearances. Although it was a minor role, Haysbert would go on to become a highly recognizable actor, especially known for his commanding presence as President David Palmer on 24, and for his voice work in commercials. Over the years, he has played major roles in both film and television. As of 2025, Dennis Haysbert is 70 years old and continues to act and lend his deep, iconic voice to various media projects.
You won't get away.
I didn't ask for your opinion. I want to know who you are and what's going on the ship.
Soon. I'm hoping December, January, February, whatever date he deems good to bring it out.
Thom Christopher, born on October 5th, 1940, in Queens, New York. He portrayed Hawk in the second season of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1981, at the age of 41. Hawk is a noble and enigmatic warrior from a bird-like race whose people were nearly wiped out. Initially introduced as an adversary, Hawk ultimately joins Buck and becomes one of the series' most beloved characters due to his quiet strength and honor. Outside of Buck Rogers, he was known for his work in soap operas such as One Life to Live and Loving. Thom Christopher passed away on December 5th, 2024, at the age of 84. He is remembered for his distinctive presence and contributions to both science fiction and daytime television.
Let's get this thing back on board the Searcher and get this mining operation set up.
We can build a travois out of tree limbs.
That's a good idea. Let's do it.
Life to Live, and for the science fiction fans, The Hawk on Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. I'm glad to be welcomed to Cameo and look.
Anthony James, born on July 22nd, 1942, in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He played Varek/Mr. Graf in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, when he was 37 years old. Known for portraying eerie villains due to his distinctive appearance, James brought a chilling presence to his Buck Rogers roles. He had a long career as a character actor, often cast as antagonists in films like Unforgiven and In the Heat of the Night. Anthony James passed away on May 26th, 2020, in Cambridge, Massachusetts, at the age of 77, from cancer. In retirement, he turned to painting and even published a memoir before his passing.
Little birds better lock up tight, 'cause there's a powwow on the prowl tonight. Hey, little lark, get out of the dark.
We were going to go. And my mother, of course, being Greek, said, oh, the Greek Orthodox Church. Let's find the nearest one. And we did. I went to the church, and little did we know there was in the middle.
Gary Coleman, born on February 8th, 1968, in Zion, Illinois. He portrayed Hieronymus Fox, a brilliant child genius inventor, in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, when he was just 11 years old. Despite the small guest role, Coleman was already a major television star at the time, due to his lead role as Arnold Jackson on Different Strokes. His portrayal of Fox added a humorous and clever dynamic to the episode. Coleman struggled with health issues and financial troubles throughout his life. He passed away on May 28, 2010, in Provo, Utah. at the age of 42 due to a brain hemorrhage following a fall. Despite personal challenges, he remains a beloved icon of 1980s television.
Things were a lot funnier when you were still a little child.
Yeah, well, Dad, your little stories were a lot more interesting back then, too.
That my life would have been like this early enough where I could have got out. I would have got out. I'd say, no, I want to go.
Barbara Luna, born on March 2nd, 1937, in New York City, New York. She portrayed Koori and Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1981, at the age of 44. Koori was a striking and exotic character who added mystery and drama to the second season of the series. Luna was already well known in the sci-fi community for her iconic role as Marlena Moreau in the Star Trek episode Mirror, Mirror. Her elegance, charisma, and commanding presence made her a standout in any role she played. Throughout her career, she guest starred in dozens of popular television shows. As of 2025, Barbara Luna is 88 years old and remains active in the sci-fi convention circuit, cherished by fans for her enduring contributions to genre television.
Feeling like I was 16 all over again. Anything you wanted, I would have done. Anything.
Except tell me the truth.
Every second you spent with me was a lie. You're a lie!
And one night she couldn't sleep. She was reading the daily newspaper and she put the paper down and she turned out the light. According to Mother, she did this 4 times. And
John Quade, born on April 1st, 1938, in Kansas City, Kansas. He portrayed Jolen Quince, a ruthless outlaw and antagonist, in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 41. Known for his intimidating screen presence, Quade brought a menacing edge to the role of Quince, a dangerous figure in the post-apocalyptic parts of the series. He was a prolific character actor, appearing in numerous Clint Eastwood films and TV series. John Quade passed away on August 9th, 2009, in Rosamond, California, at the age of 71 from natural causes. He was remembered for his gruff voice and memorable tough guy roles.
You and 2 others broke out of Saint Laurent last night, didn't you?
That's right.
And the others are at the boat?
That's right.
And the boat?
Somebody does.
Richard Lynch, born on February 12, 1940, in Brooklyn, New York. He portrayed Morgan Velosi in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 39. Velosi was a scheming and dangerous villain, and Lynch's intense screen presence made him a natural fit for the role. Known for playing menacing characters due to his rugged features and piercing gaze, a result of burns sustained in an accident, Lynch built a successful career in both film and television. He passed away on June 19, 2012, in Palm Springs, California, at the age of 72 from a heart attack. Richard Lynch is remembered for his unforgettable villains and unique contribution to genre cinema.
Pleasure doing business with you. My pleasure. He's all mine.
What do I mean by that? Surviving attrition. Being able to work in your craft for almost the entire...
Markie Post, born on November 4th, 1950, in Palo Alto, California. She played Joella Cameron in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 29. Joella is a kind-hearted and brave woman who becomes involved with Buck during one of his early adventures. Although it was a guest role, Post's charm and warmth made the character memorable. She later rose to fame for her roles in The Fall Guy and Night Court, becoming a familiar face on 1980s television. Markie Post passed away on August 7, 2021, at the age of 70 after a battle with cancer. She was remembered for her grace, humor, and decades-long television legacy.
So, what is this, some sort of feminist statement?
No more than blonde hair, big breasts, and peekaboo skins or a racist, sexist statement.
Change it back.
Edwin.
Who've had very long careers, and we've got the bridesmaids and Alicia and her friends, and they are so wonderful, and all of us.
Sid Haig, born on July 14, 1939, in Fresno, California. He portrayed Pratt, a shady and mysterious character, in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1980, when he was 41 years old. Haig, known for his imposing presence and intense stare, brought a compelling menace to the role. He was a cult favorite in horror and exploitation films, later gaining renewed fame in Rob Zombie's films like House of 1,000 Corpses as Captain Spaulding. Sid Haig passed away on September 21, 2019, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 80 due to complications from a lung infection. He remains a beloved figure in genre cinema, revered for his unforgettable characters.
I'll blast the holes the size of a Kansas City watermelon through your ugly ass bozo face!
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Go grab that other asshole out of the shit.
Be here. I've never done this festival before.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah. It's not even like work.
Peter Graves, born on March 18, 1926, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He portrayed Major Noah Cooper in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, when he was 53 years old. Cooper was a respected and capable military officer, and Graves brought his signature gravitas and authority to the role. He was best known as Jim Phelps in the original Mission, Impossible television series, and later gained a new generation of fans with his comedic role in Airplane. Peter Graves passed away on March 14, 2010, in Pacific Palisades, California, at the age of 83 from a heart attack. He is remembered as a television icon for his commanding presence and memorable voice.
Each week, as well as Jim Phelps, if I had to seduce a European princess in Ruritania or wherever.
Leigh McCloskey, born on June 21, 1955, in Los Angeles, California. He portrayed Jalor Davian in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 24. Davian was a charismatic and idealistic young man whose arc brought emotional complexity to the episode. McCloskey later became widely recognized for roles in Dallas, Santa Barbara, and General Hospital. In addition to acting, he is a respected visual artist and lecturer on philosophy and symbolism. As of 2025, Leigh McCloskey is 69 years old and remains active in artistic and intellectual communities.
The only ethical thing to do. I'm a doctor. I took an oath to help sick people wherever and whenever, and that has nothing to do with money.
Well, fine, all right.
Other hosts?
I just found that he had a natural way of doing it. I think that
Michael Ansara, born on April 15, 1922, in Syria, raised in the U.S. He portrayed Cain, the loyal and calculating aide to Princess Ardala, in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, when he was 57 years old. Cain was a central antagonist in the early episodes, offering a colder, more strategic contrast to Ardala's fiery ambition. Ansara was a veteran character actor with a deep, commanding voice, best known for his role as Klingon Commander Kang in Star Trek. Michael Ansara passed away on July 31, 2013, in Calabasas, California, at the age of 91 due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. His legacy lives on in classic television and science fiction history.
Just between you and me, I have a terrible memory.
Well, sometimes that could be a blessing.
Not to a magazine.
Pamela Hensley, born on October 3, 1950, in Glendale, California. She portrayed Princess Ardala in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 29. Ardala is a seductive, cunning, and ambitious alien princess who is obsessed with making Buck her consort. With her striking presence and flair for drama, Hensley's portrayal of Ardala became one of the series' most memorable villains. After Buck Rogers, she starred in Matt Houston and appeared in several TV movies. Pamela Hensley retired from acting in the mid-1980s and later authored a cookbook. As of 2025, she is 74 years old and lives a quiet, private life away from Hollywood.
I bring you greetings on this historic occasion.
Eric Server, born on December 14, 1944, in Santa Monica, California. He provided the voice for Dr. Theopolis in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, at the age of 35. Dr. Theopolis, a sentient AI and member of Earth's Computer Council, was often attached to Tweaky's chest and played a key role in advising Buck and Wilma. Server's refined and authoritative voice gave Theopolis a wise, almost human-like personality. Outside of Buck Rogers, Server appeared in various TV shows, including Battlestar Galactica and Chips. As of 2025, Eric Server is 80 years old and has largely stepped back from public appearances, living a private life.
For kidnapping. Good, then he won't mind if I ask him a few more questions. I mind. Goodbye, Mr. Hardy. One more thing.
Paul Carr, born on February 1st, 1934, in New Orleans, Louisiana. He portrayed Lieutenant Devlin in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1981, at the age of 47. Devlin appeared in the second season as a supportive officer aboard the Searcher spacecraft. While it was a relatively small role, Carr was already a seasoned actor, known for appearances in shows like Star Trek as Lieutenant, Kelso, Perry Mason, and The Time Tunnel. He continued working in television and film throughout the 80s and 90s. Paul Carr passed away on February 17, 2006, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 72 due to cancer. He was remembered fondly by science fiction fans for his numerous guest roles.
It only reads about 1 meter in diameter.
Not large enough even for a lifeboat.
Small enough to bring it aboard, sir, if you want to risk it.
Lock onto it, Mr. Kelso.
Victor Argo, born on November 5th, 1934, in the Bronx, New York. He portrayed Raphael Argus, a cunning black market dealer in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1979, when he was 45 years old. Known for playing tough, morally ambiguous characters, Argo brought a gritty realism to his performance. He appeared in many films by directors like Martin Scorsese and Abel Ferrara, including Taxi Driver and King of New York. Victor Argo passed away on April 7, 2004 in New York City, at the age of 69 from complications of lung cancer. He left behind a legacy of powerful, often understated performances across film and television. William Smith, born on March 24, 1933, in Columbia, Missouri. He portrayed the Trebor in Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, 1980, at the age of 47. The Trebor was a bold and powerful character, and Smith, with his muscular physique and deep voice, embodied him perfectly. Known for playing action roles and villains in films and TV series such as Rich Man, Poor Man, Hawaii Five-0, and Any Which Way You Can, Smith had one of the most prolific careers in Hollywood. He passed away on July 5, 2021, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 88. His cause of death was not publicly disclosed, but his legacy endures through a vast filmography of tough, compelling characters.
Now, look, I didn't mean to be super critical the other night. It's just that, it's just that your legs really excite me. And when you wear that pantsuit and that vest...
Who is your favorite character from Buck Rogers in the 25th Century? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.